Hey everybody, Johnny here. Ah, shit! Ah! Oh no! I just remember something I forgot to do. Ah! Yeah. Alright. What? Oh shit. Okay. Okay, hold on. I completely fucked up. Wait, hold on. Oh shit, I don't want that. Okay. I completely forgot to make my list to rando off of. Ah, professionalism. Like I said, great start. Anyways, while I work on this, hey guys, Johnny here. It's time for universe mode again. We're playing another random universe this year. And this year I'm actually excited because we're rocking 5 shows this year. Raw, SmackDown, NXT all staying the same. We brought in the Independent Union. I'll explain that in a minute. And the Cruiserweight Classic. I figured we'd get all the guys who are eligible for the Cruiserweight belt, throw them all together. And what the hell? Just have a little bonus show that way. Especially since I love me some freaking spot monkeys. Okay. 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 Listen to silence for a minute. Copying my list. Oh, god damn it. Alright, fuck it. We'll just draft this way. So yeah, like you'll see some guys already drafted to Cruiserweight Classic. Anybody who is already on a show, of course, I'll be swatted off. So I'm keeping the same belts as it is right now. Oh, if we're gonna throw belts because I had to move SmackDown. Okay, so I got turn NXT into a major show, so I'm gonna have to fucking rebuild the rest really quickly. I'm not prepared for this at all, guys. Oh well. Oh well. Like, redoing shows is cake. I got a bag of Cheetos. So I just came back from the grocery store. And they had a bag of Cheetos for like $2. Cheetos Puffs are my favorite. Momentary NXT Arena. We'll delve into pay-per-views and all that shit another time. We probably won't make it there on this episode. No, of course not. This is just the draft. But I'm planning on introducing every... Oh, shit. I mean, these... I have to figure out maybe like sharing shows or something. Like, have Raw and SmackDown share a show. Or Independent Union will run something. Oh, by the way, while we're here killing time, the Independent Union is something I wanted to bring in. Anybody actually does end up watching this, you got a PS4, tell me your CAW. I'll throw them in the Independent Union, and they will work their way up the main roster after every month of TV that we play through. Somebody from the Independent Union will get promoted up. Somebody who from one of the other shows will get relegated down. NXT uses normal RAW, no screen filter. Mention. Okay. Okay. No participants yet. NXT will run 7 matches. 8 total. Oh, so random universe mode titles will all be ran. Obviously, if we re-rando the rosters, they're all going to carry titles over with them. And I'm actually thinking about randoing the titles for like the belts themselves for Raw and SmackDown. NXT will just keep their belts, but since I want them each to have their own separate little identity. So I think when we get to randoing champions, we'll rando the belts they get also. Anyways, we're gonna have to do this the ghetto and kind of just keep track of who's been drafted where. Okay. So I'm just going to copy a list onto my notes app and just put who's been drafted where. Hey, that's from when I made when I was getting my roster together for the Cruiserweight Classic. So the CWC's roster is confirmed. It's done. Every Cruiserweight that's eligible, or anybody who's eligible to win a Cruiserweight title in the game, is on the Cruiserweight Classic. So that brings like Jericho, Shawn Michaels, Brian Pillman, a bunch of people are already on there. So the Cruiserweight Classic roster is defined. The Independent Union only has 2 members right now, and that's my 2 CAWs I'm bringing in. Hardcore Horse and my Hardcore Horse is in, and my custom guy Johnny Ajax is in as well. But like I said, send me a link to a CAW. We'll put them in. They'll work their way on the main roster. So, whoops, that's not what I wanted. So after we get a pretty decent looking roster going on, I think we'll start up the independent unit. But until then, it's just going to get skipped over because there's not enough people to run a show anyways. Everybody, I'm going to run over some draft rules really quickly. Every single person on the roster is eligible. So even, except for creator wrestlers, so like no Zack Sabre Jr., no Will Ospreay. Those guys aren't even going to be in this Cruiserweight Classic. And if you're going to send me a link to a CAW, guys, please, no created versions of real wrestlers. I don't want them. I think that'd be lame. Some people do some great work with those. It's just, I want creative characters. I want something new and, like, fresh, you know? So, we're gonna, send me, make some outlandish character. I don't care if he's, some demon or if he's like a biker or whatever you want to do. I'm cool with that. Just no actual real wrestlers. So yeah, I have a bunch of I'm pretty sure I downloaded everybody who's like a Progress created character because I love them. Yeah, none of them are going to be in. Whoa, too far. And I don't have Goldberg. But I do have... I do have the NXT expansion pack. I do not have... do not have Goldberg. No Goldberg. Shinsuke Nakamura. Nia Jax. Okay. Nia Jax and Apollo Crews. Alright. We're done. We got a huge roster to go through, guys. So without further ado... Oh, and one more draft rule. Tag teams will be drafted as units. So let's say I draft... Fuck it, I had it with... In English. The Vaudevillains will get drafted the same show together. First, let's rando who gets the first pick. The first pick of the 2017 Random Universe Draft is... Raw. So the draft order will go Raw, then SmackDown, then NXT, and right on. Hope you guys really like hearing that clicking noise when you select guys. Alright. No, it's... Since I'm a dumbass, I've got to properly prepare, and I don't want to deal with the fact that I don't want to sit through a rando every time. So we're just going to hold down the button for varying degree lengths of time. And while that happens, I'm not looking at the screen, looking away, and the first overall pick for Raw is... Oh, fuck! Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, the Outsiders, are going to Raw. Drafting a tag team right off the bat. Scott Hall and the Outsiders are on Raw. So that will actually remove Diesel and Razor Ramon, because I'm only doing one gimmick per person. So Razor and Razor and Diesel are gone. I'm not seeing them on there. So yeah, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the Outsiders, the first overall pick, heading to Raw. SmackDown's looking to counteract with somebody big here. I'm going to take a quick drink of water while SmackDown gets their draft pick in. Ladies and gentlemen, SmackDown's first draft pick is... Oh, sweet Jesus. Everybody is taking tag teams. The Golden Truth are going to SmackDown. R-Truth, of course, I don't know if this surprises you guys as much as it does me, is eligible for the Cruiserweight belt, so he can go on the Cruiserweight Classic. I need to figure out which button actually edits shit. The Golden Truth going to SmackDown. R-Truth is eliminated from my list, as is Goldust. The Golden Truth, SmackDown's first overall picks. 2 tag teams have gone with the first 2 picks of the 2017 Random Universe Draft. Who will NXT finally be recognized as an equal third brand? Who do they take first overall? Oh shit, I totally botched that ending. I'm so sorry, guys. I spilt water on myself and I stopped and then I clicked afterwards. I'm so sorry, guys. That was not intentional. But NXT is allowed to redraft because I fucked up and their first pick is... Oh, it's Shitty Kane. It's not even good Kane. Shitty Kane. Shitty old I failed to make the government Kane. Is NXT's first overall draft pick. Alright, of course, Kane is number 1 contender for the NXT title because he's the only person on the roster right now. But that's fine. Anyways, we move on, and Kane, gotta check my list and see if Kane 98 is on there, and he is not. Sweet! Okay. So, Raw took the Outsiders, very, very strong tag team with the first overall pick. Who will they pick secondly? Still a bunch of... All the big names are still available. Jimmy Havoc is not eligible. Moving on. I would love to see Jimmy Havoc in a WWE ring, but unfortunately, it won't happen in my random universe. But you know who you will see in a Raw ring? Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie McMahon. The first woman picked. The woman who's going to take over the company pretty soon is on Raw. Before even taking a single man, a singles wrestler that's a man, Raw being the progressive brand that they are, take a woman with the second overall pick. How will SmackDown counter? They'll counter with another tag team. Another shit tag team heads to SmackDown. Diego and Fernando, 2 Cruiserweight Classic participants, now find themselves on SmackDown together. Okie dokie. SmackDown obviously wants a very stacked tag division, as they pick Diego and Fernando. with the second picks of SmackDown's draft, picking up 2 Cruiserweight Classic stars. NXT with their first pick took, oh fuck, I can't even remember. Oh yeah, they took Shitty Kane. Will they take somebody shitty in round 2? No, they actually grabbed somebody who was, in my opinion, the most underrated guy on the roster. Cesaro goes back to NXT. I don't know if he was ever a full-time member of NXT, but what the fuck? He is now. Cesaro, who, if the titles weren't being random, would probably be a very strong case for NXT champion, but instead, he will have to live by the rando and die by the rando. Sees himself second overall to NXT. Raw on the clocking in for their 3rd round. And who will they pick? Oh, they got Enzo and Cass! Another tag team. Raw and SmackDown just trading tag teams with their draft picks early on. Is he Big Cass or Colin Cassidy? He is Big Cass. Big Cass. Both of them are already on Raw. That makes my job much easier. Now all I have to do is delete them from my list. I'll give you guys a break for a second from the annoying clicking noises while you'll enjoy Brian Pillman's pretty damn good WWE theme. I heard the other day the story about how Brian Pillman left WCW and how he pretty much said, I'm going to be a double agent in ECW, Eric Bischoff. I want you to kayfabe fire me so I can go there and kind of act as a double agent and then show back up on WCW television. And then Brian Pillman, being the amazing motherfucker that he is, decided, oh hey Eric, why don't you shoot fire me? Eric Bischoff, being the dipshit that he is, says, okay, that's a great idea. And sure enough, Brian Pillman says, hey, fuck you guys, now I'm on ECW. Which also led to the fact that he became the first guaranteed contract in WWF history because they didn't want to lose him like that. Fascinating story. And while this fascinating story is being told, SmackDown takes John Cena with their 3rd pick. The big boy, Big Match John himself, stays on the blue brand. SmackDown gets John Cena. This is great. Fantastic. John Cena is on SmackDown. NXT says, hey, good job, SmackDown. But we've got one better. NXT's 3rd pick is... Holy shit, it's Jake the Snake Roberts. Jake the Snake is on NXT. Wow. Jake Roberts on NXT. Can you imagine that guy on NXT television, though? I don't know how I'd feel about that. Like, I feel like Jake Roberts would either be over as fuck or die quickly. I don't know. Much better. Smart Water. Smart Water. Hey, Smart Water, if you ever want to sponsor me, that'd be great. In the meantime, Raw's 4th pick is in. And they will grab... Holy shit, the British Bulldog. The British Bulldog is on Raw. Oh god, what does OSW always make fun of the British Bulldog for saying? Strange or odd or some shit. Something like that. Wait, did I actually put him on there? British Bulldog is on Raw. Okay. The British Bulldog is on Raw. Continuing on with the draft. SmackDown. Huge moves last time, picking up John Cena in round number 3. They will follow up round 4 with... not Kevin Nash. He's already been drafted. SmackDown's still very salty over Raw's first pick. But that's okay, because SmackDown will grab the Enforcers. Larry Zbyszko and Arn Anderson are going to SmackDown. Oh, Jesus. 3 out of 5 draft picks? 3 out of 4 have been tag teams. Wow. SmackDown is going to be the show to watch if you like tag team wrestling, guys. NXT, though. NXT finally equals to the other two. No longer the developmental show. NXT's next pick on their first big show. They will see Nia Jax go back to the NXT roster. The most powerful woman in the division is back on NXT. Nia Jax. Paid $10 for that woman. That's a lie. I paid $10 for Nakamura, and the other two are just... The other two were... Fuck me, words have escaped. The other two were just bonuses. I wanted Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura is my favorite wrestler. Speaking of Shinsuke Nakamura, Raw's next pick is up, and it is... Nope, Kane's already been taken by NXT. Kane is not available anymore, even if it's good Kane. Shit, Kane is on NXT. Raw is learning the rules the hard way, but that's okay. Because in return, they'll pick up Sting. And it's Shitty Sting. Shitty Sting is on Raw. Excuse me. Shitty Sting is on Raw. That means no Surfer Sting. No Crow Sting. Sting. There's Sting on my roster. Shitty Sting is on Raw. Oh my god, they had... Oh, Jesus. I was at work today. And motherfucker, they have figures of wrestlers as the Ninja Turtles. Fucking Sting is one of them. Sting is one of them. What the fuck? I'm starting to collect figures again. That is not what I would want. It's not what I want. But you know what SmackDown wants? SmackDown wants Hunter Hearst Helmsley. No Triple H. Either Cerebral Assassin or Business Suit. Hunter Hearst Helmsley will be representing Triple H. Hunter Hearst Helmsley will be representing Triple H. That's fantastic. I don't know. I think I would rather have Hunter Hearst Helmsley over good Triple H. But that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. SmackDown laughs at the Triple H decision, and they'll spit in their face by drafting Breezango. Both members of Breezango, another tag team, goes to SmackDown. I almost typed in Breezango. Which, oh, by the way, for all intents and purposes, I will edit this in this. Yes! This song, though. Oh, sorry. I've never popped so hard at a wrestling show than I did in NXT Portland for Shinsuke Nakamura. Anyways, they will be renamed Febreze. Their proper name. Febreze. So good. CFO, CFOS, whatever the fuck they're called. This is their masterpiece. So good. Hats off to you, gentlemen, for a fantastic song. And yes, I'm shutting off the clicks for just a second. Oh, so good. Although, controversial statement, I still personally prefer Subconscious' New Japan song. I don't know, as just an overall song, I prefer Subconscious over The Rising Sun. Still a fantastic song, though. And here's another great one. I love Shitty Little Ska. I love Shitty Ska. Let's go! Oh crap, I forgot who just drafted. I know who they picked, I forgot who it was, though. Oh, it was SmackDown. They drafted another tag team. How will NXT respond to SmackDown's already super stacked tag team division? Oh, that is one hell of a way to answer. NXT picking up the current WWE champion, AJ Styles. AJ Styles skipped NXT in real life, but in the random universe mode, AJ Styles is on NXT and is a very strong contender for whoever the NXT champion ends up being. Oh boy. What fucking great rosters thus far. All brands. SmackDown going tag team heavy. NXT grabbing some big names. Raw being Raw. But speaking of Raw, their next pick is up. There you see all these beautiful faces scrolling through. Looking away, spinning in my chair a little bit, and Raw's next pick is not AJ Styles. Spin again in the chair, spinning, 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 stop. Oh boy, the Nature Boy is on Raw yet again. Ric Flair, woo. Ric Flair is on Raw. SmackDown, their draft strategy already has been very simple. Tag teams, tag teams, tag teams. Bolster their rosters. Tag teams get drafted as units. It's a great way to boost your numbers. Running some Geos really quickly. Let's SmackDown decide who the fuck they want. They have decided, and it is Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who is not technically part of a tag team. And this whole split up the Hart Foundation as a British Bulldog is on Raw. British Bulldog's on Raw. Neidhart is back on SmackDown. God, the shitty part about selecting your own soundtrack on this game is I get distracted because it's just hype music all the time. I'm not a big Wub Wub fan, but this song is fucking awesome. I love me some Alexa Bliss. NXT would probably like me to shut up so they can get their next draft pick out of the way. NXT is Paige's host once again. Paige redrafted to NXT. Yeah. Paige has been redrafted to NXT, where she made her name for herself, outside of Sharon and her family name. But still, huge pick. Huge pick for NXT. A woman who helped define NXT's women's division before the Four Horsewomen. One would say she's probably a little bit ahead of her time in there. Heads back home to NXT. And joining Shitty Kane, the British Bulldog, and the Outsiders on Raw is... oh my fucking god! Mr. I Hate Flippy Shit himself, Vader. Keep this man away from Friday nights, because he will kill everybody. Vader is on Monday Night Raw. The red dude with the red mask goes to the red brand. Very strong pick, actually, I believe, for Raw. Very strong. SmackDown surprising everybody by taking a singles wrestler last time, if I am to remember correctly. How will they do in this round of the pick? Here we go. Stunning Steve Austin is on SmackDown, representing Steve Austin's everywhere. No Stone Colds. No Stone Cold Steve Austin. It is only Stunning Steve. And yes, if Brian since they're not technically a tag team, it does not count. But if Brian Pillman does go to SmackDown, I will probably bring back the Hollywood Blondes, because they have the best theme song that I use and all my guys. Johnny Ajax uses the Hollywood Blondes theme song. But enough about my shitty created character. NXT's next pick is Trish Stratus. NXT bolstering their women's division. First Paige and now Trish Stratus go to NXT. Wednesday night is for women. Women's night is girls' night out. Which, by the way, is a great AIW pay-per-view. Check it out. So, Raw's back on the clock now. Simmering through the roster. Simmering. I don't think simmering was the word I meant to use there, but fuck it, I'm gonna stick with it. Raw, with their next pick, selects. Stunning Steve has already been selected. Alright. Raw gets to choose again. The big dog! The big dog is staying on Raw. Roman Reigns. Mr. I can't let go of my Shield gimmick. Roman Reigns. The big dog is keeping Raw as his yard. Oh, wait. That's not his line. Who knows? Maybe The Undertaker might end up on Raw and challenge Roman Reigns as the big dog. We'll only find out later in the draft. SmackDown sees another big name go to the wayside. How will they respond to the drafting of Roman Reigns? Quick spin in the chair reveals another tag team. The Natural Disasters. With Earthquake's pick, the Natural Disasters bolster a very, very deep tag team division on SmackDown. Look at those numbers, jeez. Earthquake and Typhoon. Legendary tag team. And in fact, I believe a very underrated tag team. Earthquake and Typhoon heading back to SmackDown. Earthquake and Typhoon now removed from the draft board. And NXT is going to take another name off the draft board right now. Summer Rae. 3 straight women's picks for SmackDown. NXT Wednesday night is ladies' night, I swear, guys. We're starting to see some specialties come through. Ah, shit, I forgot women's list is different. Summer Rae. Tuesday nights will get you great tag team action. Tag Team Tuesdays. Thank you at midnight. Wednesday night is going to be women's night on NXT. Alright, here we go. Raw. Still trying to find their identity in this draft thus far. Maybe they don't really need one. Alright, shit. Oh, this music is so good. WWE has some great theme music lately. Alright. Who is not Raw's enemy? Oh! Yeah! Raw gets the good Big Show. I mean, he could still move. Good job, Big Show. Bald Big Show is off the roster. Good. Very strong pick. I think Raw is going to be a bit of a big boy strong style show. SmackDown hogging all the tag teams. Will they grab another one this round? Yeah, their pick is in, and it is The Miz. The Miz, Mr. Cruiserweight Classic himself, The Miz, is on SmackDown. The Miz staying on SmackDown. God, I really need to turn off custom playlists on this because my music is just on fire. Good shit all around. Crow Sting theme, best WCW theme. We'll just listen to this as NXT looks for their next draft pick. Nope, not Big Show. And as soon as that drum line kicks in, oh, you know somebody's about to get their ass kicked. More than likely it was Hogan. Fuck the NWO, says Sting. And you know it says go NXT? Alundra Blaze! Wednesday night women's action. Alundra Blaze, the 4th straight woman picked by NXT. Paige, Trish Stratus, Summer Rae, and now Alundra Blaze on NXT. Great. It's awesome picking thus far from all 3 brands, really. Still a bunch of big names out there, though. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. to name a few. Shinsuke Nakamura is still available. You also have names like Randy Savage, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart. The Undertaker is still available. You got Kevin and Sammy both still open. Who is Raw going to take in this round? It will be Curtis Axel, staying on Raw. Throw out a bunch of big names. Curtis Axel. Hey, Curtis, your dad's still available. Curtis Axel staying on Raw. SmackDown. Your home for tag team wrestling. SmackDown. They're next up. SmackDown's next pick is another fucking tag team. The Dudleys. Go to the blue brand. Alright, the Dudleys. Sorry, I had to respond to a text message really quickly. Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray Dudley. The Dudley boys look to reclaim their throne on top of the tag team division. Taking the Dudleys off the draft board. Alright, SmackDown. NXT has picked women with their last 4 draft picks. Paige, Summer Rae, Trish Stratus, and Alundra Blaze now all call NXT home. Now, who will join was actually a pretty decent roster for NXT, I'm not gonna lie. Who will join them? It'll be none other than Hunter's Helmsley is not available. Creator wrestlers will not go on any of the other rosters until they get promoted up from the independent union. That being said, NXT's next pick is Miz isn't available either. Oh shit, this is the tough part, guys. The draft board's starting to wear thin. We're gonna get a lot of repeats on here. The Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains go back to NXT. Aiden English and Simon Gotch go back to NXT. They will miss out on the tag team party that is SmackDown. Aiden English, Simon Gotch being removed from the draft board. Excuse me, Raw. The big boy, but also probably the most balanced roster thus far is Monday Night Raw. That doesn't matter. Who needs balance when you've got not stunning Steve Austin? But who needs balance when you've already got Curtis Axel? God damn it, you're ruining my punchline, you fucks. Mark Henry. Mark Henry staying on Raw. Mark Henry says, I don't need balance, I'm a big boy. He's going to shift the balance towards the big boy scale. If Johnny Blood from New Legacy Inc. would upload a Cheeks Best of the Super Big Boys, he'd probably have to be our 6th show. NXT, or not NXT, pardon me. Tag Team Tuesday, SmackDown sees their draft list coming through and through and through, and they're who will they grab next from this very deep talent pool? Bo Dallas. Bo Dallas is on SmackDown. The Social Outcasts will not be together. Curtis Axel went to Raw, if I remember correctly. Yep. So that means no Social Outcasts together, at least, on the same brand. NXT, ladies' night was Wednesday night. But NXT still has a bunch of talent still at their disposal. NXT, the 3rd equal brand, with their next pick, selects the American Alpha. The American Alpha head home to NXT. NXT saying we're not gonna let SmackDown be the only tag team brand. Chad Gable, who, yep, also a Cruiserweight Classic participant. 2 straight teams picked by NXT now. They are just streaking. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, both off the draft board now, back home in NXT. But now Raw is up. Raw loving the big boys lately. We'll see. Not Jimmy Havoc, but Raw will add Heath Slater. He's already been picked. No, he hasn't. Raw. So Curtis Axel and Heath Slater can still keep hanging out. Heath Slater, Cruiserweight Classic participant. We'll see himself staying on the red brand. I can't speak anymore, apparently. Tag Team Tuesday. They're next up. And SmackDown drafts. Not Heath Slater. They draft the entire Wyatt family. The biggest unit in the game. Sorry. Luke Harper. Big Ginger. The Eater of Worlds. Bray Wyatt, the Eater of Worlds. And Braun Strowman. The entire Wyatt family reunited on SmackDown. Because this game has them as a unit. Or as a tag team. So yeah, they all stay together. They all get drafted together. Luke Harper bringing the Wyatt family to SmackDown Tag Team Tuesday. It's got a lot beefier, boys. Big Ginger. I almost forgot to take off Big Ginger, Eric Rowan, from the draft board. NXT laughs and says, that's fine. We don't want any big boys anyway. We're going to take Blake and Murphy. Blake and Murphy going back to NXT as well. 4 straight women followed by 3 straight tag teams. NXT is getting their divisions stacked. Blake and Murphy. Oh wow, they actually had written Buddy Murphy. Oh shit, what's Wesley Blake? Blake and Murphy back on the yellow brand. Raw is up on the draft board. Raw picks. It's the American Dream, baby. The big boy, Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes. The American Dream is on Raw once again. Oh my god, I need water. SmackDown, give me a water break while you pick your next pick. Moving on. American Alpha's not available anymore. I know how much you like tag teams, but you can't have them. But you can have the Lucha Dragons, though. 2 CWC competitors heading to the blue brand, even though their gear is mainly red. Oops. Sin Cara and Kalisto. Sin Cara and Kalisto now on SmackDown. How will NXT respond? They respond with The Undertaker! The Undertaker! And is the best incarnation of the Dead Man Undertaker. The old one. Gray gloves and all. It's not Biker Taker, but it's still cool as shit. The Undertaker. Why is Undertaker on my draft? There he is. He's Undertaker, not The Undertaker. Undertaker off the draft board, heading to NXT. Big, huge pick there for NXT. Raw will respond with... not Larry Zbyszko. The big quiche. The big boy. Raw, the big boy brand, picks another pretty huge boy. Rikishi is on Raw. SmackDown. Tag Team Tuesday, SmackDown. You like tag team wrestling? Then watch SmackDown. You really like tag team wrestling? That's cool. Because we just picked somebody who is not in a tag team. Apollo Crews is on the red brand. Apollo Crews going to Raw. Monday Night Raw is going to get a very underrated guy in the WWE. Mr. Uhaa Nation himself. Apollo Crews is on Raw. SmackDown waste no time. They want the hardcore horse. He's not available yet. So instead, SmackDown gets another tag team. Even though they probably will never compete as one, the rule still applies. Brie and Nikki Bella, another tag team, going to SmackDown. Brie and Nikki Bella. Still a pretty huge list of women available. Alicia Fox, Becky Lynch, Natty. The Bella's gone. Sasha's still in. So is Charlotte. All four of the four horsewomen, now that I think about it. Great. The Bella's now officially off the draft board. Going to SmackDown. NXT responds by drafting. God fucking damn it. If you know anything about me. No, I'm no selling it. Those two fucking... Moving on. Alright. Off the draft board. Raw's up. They can't draft Kevin Nash twice. They can't draft Sin Cara either. Nor The Undertaker. But Becky Lynch can go there. Becky Lynch. The first of the four horsewomen finally off the board. Becky Lynch going to Raw. SmackDown. How will SmackDown respond? SmackDown seeing Becky Lynch, their real world current women's champion, go to Raw. They respond with Dean fucking Ambrose. Dean fucking Ambrose. Going back to the blue brand, he will probably lose that title on his way, but that's fine. That's okay. Dean Ambrose off the board. NXT season sees Dean Ambrose get drafted to SmackDown, but they in return pick up the entire New Day. Kofi Kingston sees the entire New Day going to NXT. Big E, a former NXT champion, if I remember correctly. Xavier was a former NXT superstar. And now the New Day. Big E off the board. Kofi Kingston off the board. Enjoy that bad boy for life. As I remove 3 men off the draft board. And the next name I am taking off the board is Sheamus. Sheamus, no work even needed to be done. Sheamus. Oh, I just started taking off McMahon. Oh my god. Vince McMahon is still on the board. Sheamus is not, however. Sheamus staying on Raw. Who will SmackDown take? If they're keeping up their current trends, the Ascension is still available. So are the Usos. The Revival are still in. And hey, speaking of which, they take the Usos. Jimmy and Jay. Cruiserweight Classic participants and obvious tag team go to the obvious tag team show. Jimmy and Jay. Alright. Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, another tag team to SmackDown. Alright. No, New Day's already been selected. Trying a new technique and don't think it's going to work. Kevin Nash, not available. NXT, get your shit together. And they do. They pick up Titus O'Neil. Pretty solid pick. Titus could probably do some great things down in NXT. At least he's going to hope to do so. As he is draft picked. For some reason, him and Darren Young aren't a tag team in this game, but whatever. NXT doesn't care. They want Titus. They got Titus. Raw wants Jack Swagger. Raw will keep Jack Swagger. The real American. Staying on the Rev brand. That's what Jack Swagger's saying. Because he's a bad boy for life. Not Will Ospreay is. SmackDown. Tag Team Tuesday SmackDown. Big Keish has already been picked. So has Sin Cara. Suicide's not available, but Tyson Kidd is. Tyson Kidd. Cruiserweight Classic participant. Tyson Kidd is going to SmackDown. Will his wife join him? She's still available. Natalia, there's still a bunch of women available, guys. Asuka, Bayley, Charlotte, Lita, Sasha Banks still in. But who will NXT take? Not Noam Dar. But they will take Stardust. Stardust not going with his dad to Raw. Stardust heading to NXT. Did Stardust ever make an appearance on NXT? I don't know. I think I remember him doing so once. But I could be wrong. There's definitely a chance I could be wrong on that. But Raw isn't wrong. As they pick up Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss separated from her men who go to NXT. Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss off the draft board. Going above names like Asuka, Bayley, Charlotte, Alexa Bliss. I believe it was only the second woman taken outside of the outside of NXT, other than the Bellas. I believe Asuka or Alexa Bliss could be the only one. But who will SmackDown take in return for Alexa Bliss going to Raw? Not Titus O'Neil. They pick up a woman of their own. Alicia Fox going to SmackDown. All three shows will have a women's division in one way or another. Oh God, NXT's first champion comes home. NXT's first champion comes home, and I had to throw Cruiserweight title for Cruiserweight Classic available, so I threw it on Seth. That's why he's got that belt. Alicia Fox? Oh, I forgot to take Alicia Fox off the draft board. Alicia Fox isn't on my draft board. Oh well, fuck it. And oh, there she is. Here's Alicia Fox. And Seth Metal is gone. Seth Metal going back to NXT. Great pick there all around. Good job, guys. Raw, of course, has had an affinity for big boys lately. Big boy pool's starting to run a little thin, so now they've got to delve into other waters. And by delving into other waters, they pick up El Patron. Alberto Del Rio, and I believe, no, his wifey, or his crazy, psychotic, dick-whipped girlfriend is on NXT, so we will actually split those two up. Sorry, guys. It's okay. Okay. Alberto Del Rio off the draft board. I'm going to have a couple Cheetos. You love it. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit. The Rock goes to SmackDown. The fucking brand that he helped create. The Rock is back on SmackDown. Two main event guys picked early in this round. How will NXT respond? Alberto Del Rio, former world champion. The Rock, obviously a former world champion. Will NXT take a former world champion? No. No, they'll pick a former NXT champion, though. Sami Zayn heading home to NXT. Sami Zayn, good pick. 3 former champions picked and was probably the strongest round thus far. Alberto Del Rio, The Rock, and Sami Zayn, all in their respective brands now. How will Raw follow up a very strong round all around? Not with Seth Rollins, not with Suicide, not with Aiden English either, or Blake Murphy, or Cesaro. Son of a bitch, we're starting to run dry, folks. Or Kevin Nash, or Blake Murphy. Oh, they pick another former world champion, the Macho Man, Randy Savage. The Macho Man, Randy Savage. 2 former world champions in a row for Raw. Will SmackDown do the same with their next pick? Still plenty of names out there. Booker T, Bret Hart, Andre the Giant technically held the belt for 42 seconds. Will SmackDown take another former world champion? Maybe we'll get there. No, they pick another fucking tag team. Of course they do. The Ascension. Going on a Tag Team Tuesdays. Oh, it's Connor. Generic battle. Oh yeah, generic battle's the shit. I love that stuff. Connor and Victor rise to SmackDown. Tag Team Tuesday. Tag Team Tuesday. Alright, NXT can't draft Sami Zayn 2 rounds in a row. So who will they pick in this round? Nope, Triple H is already out because Hunter's They already have the New Day. They don't. Alright. Wednesday night is ladies' night once again. Is Emma going to NXT? Alright. Here we go, guys. Still quite a list out there. Emma going to NXT. Raw responds with Darren Young. Darren Young staying on Raw. Titus is on NXT. So we will not see the primetime players reunite. SmackDown says, they're not affected by this in any way. So in response, they will pick... Oh, Jesus, sweet Lord. There's still a bunch of names on my draft board, but I'm still getting a bunch of repeat picks. Bayley! SmackDown just got hugtastic. Bayley. Bayley is on SmackDown. Looking to spearhead what could be, with the right talent, a pretty solid women's division. Not NXT's, but solid. NXT's says, that's cute. You take a woman, we'll take Edge. Edge goes to NXT. Let me take a second and have a Cheeto break. I'd like to remind you all to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Johnny Del Taco. As Raw takes their next draft pick. Oh my God. The big boys. Continue onward. Brock Lesnar goes to Raw. Another big pick for Raw. SmackDown will say, haha, nice try, fuckers. We're gonna pick Jesus Christ. Nia Jax is already gone. Seth is already gone. The Big Boss Man. You want to take a big boy? We can do a big boy too. The Big Boss Man is on SmackDown. All right. NXT sees a pair of big boys going this round. They already have the New Day. The Big Dog is on Raw. So they picked Dun Dun. A pretty big boy in his own right. Baron Corbin was back to NXT. Baron Corbin back where he got his big break on NXT. Hardcore is not available. Neither is Darren Young. You already picked Brock Raw. That was a little sketchy. Oh, Raw takes the Revival. The Revival, Dash and Dawson get the call to the one of the other brands that's not NXT. I can't say the main roster anymore because NXT is part of the main roster. But that's fine. That's fine. Dash and Dawson drafted off the board. Missing out on Tag Team Tuesdays. Need my NXT list, please. Thank you. Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder going to Raw. SmackDown very upset that Raw took a tag team as they look to exclusively corner the market. Will they pick a big boy? No, not Goku. SmackDown gets... Oh, Jesus. Dolph Ziggler. They pick a pretty small boy. Dolph Ziggler heading to SmackDown. Chasing his dreams of the world title once again. But instead, NXT laughs as they pick Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is heading to NXT. Alright, starting to get a little thin on the draft board, guys. Daniel Bryan going to NXT. Raw picking. Undertaker's already been picked. Andre the Giant hasn't, however. The biggest boy going to the biggest show. Andre the Giant going to Raw. Monday Night Raw is definitely where the big boys play. Alright. SmackDown picks up the New Age Outlaws. Another tag team for Tag Team Tuesday. Billy Gunn. Brain fart there for a second. The New Age Outlaws join Tag Team Tuesday on SmackDown. And SmackDown, without a doubt, will end up with the biggest roster of any brand as they have picked nearly exclusively tag teams. Alright. Draft board. Getting pretty thin, but there's still a bunch of good women's names out there. NXT still has names like Charlotte, Eva Marie, Sasha Banks. They already have Paige. Sting's already drafted. Bayley has as well. Diesel's gone. So is Fernando. So is Kalisto. Ric Flair has been drafted. Oh, good lord. So is Tyler Breeze. Alexa Bliss. Oh my god. Brian Pillman is on NXT. And if I remember correctly, so is Stunning Steve. Oh, he's on SmackDown. Damn it. I was so excited for the Hollywood Blondes. Oh. Brian Pillman. Brian Pillman is on NXT. I believe that's 3 members of the Heart Foundation on 3 separate shows. The face of Foley that will be represented in the random universe mode is Cactus Jack on Monday Night Raw. That thins out my draft board a little bit more. SmackDown says, alright, you can have that crazy son of a bitch. We are taking, oh good lord, Finn Balor! Finn Balor heads to SmackDown. Finn Balor going to SmackDown. Okay. We'll just run over the draft board that's still available really quickly. Chris Jericho, Kevin Owens, Neville, Randy Orton, Rusev, Shane and Vince McMahon, Zack Ryder, Charlotte, Naomi, Natalia, Sasha Banks, Tamina, Hideo Itami, Samoa Joe, Asuka, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Eva Marie. And then some legendary names still open. Bam Bam Bigelow, Booker T, Bret Hart, Christian, DDP. Dude Love needs to be taken off because Foley's been drafted. JBL, Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect, Rick Rude, Ricky Steamboat, Shawn Michaels, Tatsumi Fujinami, The Ultimate Warrior, Lita, and Shinsuke Nakamura. All still available. Hideo Itami will go to SmackDown, just drafted Finn Balor. So Hideo Itami staying on NXT. Going that bit of a rant, and I kind of forgot where we were, but I remembered. Hideo Itami goes back to NXT. Raw will take their next pick. Raw laughs at their small boys on NXT. Raw laughs. Says, we only have big boys. And speaking of big boys, oh good lord. They pick Carmella. Carmella going to Raw. Carmella goes to Raw. SmackDown. Taking a look at the dwindling draft roster and picks Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels going to SmackDown. Oh, tag team not available. Triple H has already been drafted. Exiting that one. No DX, guys. Triple H has already been drafted. Well, technically Hunter Helmsley's been drafted, so no Triple H. Alright. NXT responds with a big pick of their own. If they will actually get there. Nope. Already have Dun. Braun's on SmackDown. Gable's on there. Daniel Bryan. Big Ginger's picked. So is Larry Zbyszko. And Randy Savage. Oh my god, they picked the real world current NXT champion. Stays on NXT. Shinsuke Nakamura is on NXT. Shinsuke Nakamura is on NXT. Raw selects not Hardcore Horse or Shitty Kane. Neville. Neville is still available. Neville going to the land of the big boys. Pretty ripped small boy himself. Neville staying on Raw. Looking at this, I don't see any tag teams left. Nope, I don't think there's any tag teams left. SmackDown Tag Team Tuesday confirmed. Well, Hunter Helmsley's not available. Neither is Kofi Kingston or Neville. SmackDown will pick Tatsumi Fujinami. Tatsumi Fujinami going to SmackDown. I believe was that where Flair went also? Nope, Flair's on Raw. Never mind. Well, there goes that. Okay. Miz. NXT wants The Miz. SmackDown says no. They also say no to the possible proposition for the Big Boss Man. And Kalisto. NXT is trying to raid SmackDown's roster right now. But they'll take the Ultimate Warrior instead. Ultimate Warrior is still available. He's going to NXT. The Ultimate Warrior. Legends still relatively untapped. When it comes to the draft board, there's still quite a few legends left. But we also have a bunch of people left looking to become legends in their own right. Mark Haskins, unfortunately, is not one of them. It's good otherwise. Well, you know who Raw thinks is delicious? So delicious they want to draft them? I would love to know too if I can fucking find somebody. Nikki's taking him. Ricky Steamboat isn't, however. Ricky Steamboat going to the land of the big boys. Ricky Steamboat's pretty jacked dude in his own right. His red gi goes to the red brand. SmackDown picks Asuka. Let's go off of NXT on a SmackDown. Women that are still available are Lita, Eva Marie, Dana Brooke, Tamina, Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Naomi, Natalia. Still quite a few women out there for NXT that could get drafted as Asuka goes to SmackDown. Ladies Night Wednesdays will add Booker T. Booker T goes to NXT. NX Booker T. Alright. Raw's next pick is in. And it will go to not Darren Young, he's already on there. Or Baron Corbin. Or Vader. Summer Rae. I'm about ready to get to the point where I'll pick whoever's nearest. At least those there. I just picked. Dana Brooke is still up on the Raw. We'll keep the woman with fucking bug eyes. Dana Brooke staying on Raw. SmackDown. Taker's been picked. Steve Austin has been picked as well. SmackDown looking at a dwindling draft board. And they pick up Eva Marie. Excuse me, that burp was disgusting. Eva Marie going to SmackDown. Rikishi's been picked. NXT. Looking to possibly pick up one of the huge names still available. Roman Reigns, the big dog, is not available, but Natalia is. NXT Women's Division is deep, ladies and gentlemen. Draft board. Find Natty. Natty's gone. Raw. Raw looking to pick up big name in this round. And they do. Super big boy Samoa Joe. We're going to bring something different to the big red show. SmackDown. Summer Rae is on NXT. Sheamus is on Raw. Roman is on Raw. Murphy's on NXT. John Cena is on SmackDown. DDP. Diamond Dallas Page heading to SmackDown. Shit, you probably want to ask about me. Alright. Roman Reigns, NXT looking for their next pick. Not Rowan. Not Devon. Alicia Fox is not available. Neither is Steve Austin. Or The Rock. But Lita will go to NXT. Wow. Lita's, or not Lita, NXT's strategy to pick a lot of women has paid off. The only ones that are left are Tamina, Sasha Banks, Naomi, and Charlotte. You gotta wonder if those women are gonna want to go to NXT. Or maybe go to one of the other brands where the competition is a little bit lighter. Well, Raw might just make that happen for somebody. As they pick Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho staying on Raw, pardon me. So we're now there we go. To readjust myself. SmackDown. Thin draft board left, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, Rusev, Shane and Vince McMahon, Zack Ryder, Charlotte, Naomi, Sasha Banks, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, Christian, JBL, Lex Luger, Mr. Perfect, and Rick Rude are what SmackDown has available to them at this point. SmackDown picks, not Zack Sabre Jr. or the Ultimate Warrior. They will take Rusev. Rusev Machkas his way to SmackDown. Rusev with his lovely bride Lana going to SmackDown. Rusev not taking any shit away from the big boys. Pretty big boy in his own right, but he'll stay on SmackDown while NXT picks up not Mankind, not Kane, not Jey Uso, or Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or Finn Balor. Holy mother of fuck. We're starting to run low, ladies and gentlemen. Brie Bella's taken. So is Big Show. And Apollo Crews, AJ Styles. Alright, fuck it. Here's how we're gonna do this. We'll just take a letter. If there's somebody available from there, that's how NXT... Or we'll do that starting next round. NXT will get the last rando pick. If we could fucking get somebody, please, that'd be great. Triple H is... Oh, we need to take Triple H off for Raw. You're not on Raw, partner. Hey. Alright. Here we go. Any Savage not available. Naomi is, however... Naomi, the last fully rando pick. She goes to a very, very stacked NXT Women's Division. Okay. The first letter in the supplemental draft is N. Are there any N names left? Nope. C's. We have Charlotte and Christian. It will be Christian going to Raw with my somewhat randomized way to pick shit there. Christian is off the board. Going to Raw. SmackDown. SmackDown's first letter is U. Nope. How about H? Nope. P seems nope. Or N's nope. X, the only one who's an X is fucking Xavier Woods. M. M has Mr. Perfect. And that's it, Mr. Perfect. Oh shit. He's Mr. McMahon, not Vince McMahon. Okay. Whichever one's closest is right above Mr. McMahon. Mr. McMahon going to SmackDown. Mr. McMahon is on SmackDown. As we clear Vince off the draft board, NXT's first letter is F. No. Or M. Well, no, M. Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect goes to SmackDown, or goes to NXT, pardon me. And I almost fucked it up on there, too. Excuse me again. Alright. Current draft board left. Randy Orton, Shane McMahon, Zack Ryder, Charlotte, Sasha Banks, Tamina, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, JBL, Lex Luger, and Rick Rude So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 names sit remaining on the draft board. Raw will make it 10 with their next pick. Letter G, no. The letter R, Randy Orton and Rick Rude. And they're pretty separated, pretty far apart, so we are going to go ahead and do my somewhat random draft pick of Randy Orton. Lands dead on. The Viper going to Raw. Oh shit, Kevin Owens is still available. Hey. Thanks for reminding me, phone. Alright. Next letter for SmackDown is A. No A's available. C's has Charlotte and Charlotte only. Charlotte going to SmackDown. Okay, SmackDown gets Charlotte. Alrighty. Letter time for NXT. NXT will have S's. Shane McMahon and Sasha Banks. Alright, somewhat random pick has closer to Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon going to NXT. No, I almost took off Sasha. Shane McMahon. Alright. Current draft board as it sits right now. Kevin Owens, Zack Ryder, Sasha Banks, Tamina, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, JBL, Lex Luger, and Rick Rude. No E's. Rick Rude. Rick Rude. The last R wrestler left. We'll go to Raw. The world's sexiest man is going on the world's biggest show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 wrestlers remain undrafted. Who will go next to SmackDown? These. Nope. Okay. Kevin Owens, the man whose theme is playing right now, is going to SmackDown. Which, if I remember correctly, is Sammy's on NXT. Kevin Owens off the board. We're down to 7, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. NXT's third to last draft pick is... Nope. U, nope. W, nope. K, nope. Z, Zack Ryder. Hey, fuck me. I forgot Zack Ryder was a thing. Zack Ryder going to NXT. Each brand has exactly 2 picks left. I didn't even plan for that to happen, but thanks, guys. Yep. Only 1 woman remains, Sasha Banks. Or Tamina, pardon me. 2 women remain. Raw's second to last draft pick will be... D's, nope. P, nope. V, nope. L. Raw gets Lex Luger. No longer need your poppy. Okay. Well, that's no. Okay. Lex Luger is going to Raw. I don't know why that didn't go through. SmackDown's second to last pick is... JBL. Staying on SmackDown, the longest reigning champion in SmackDown history, is going back to SmackDown. Alright. We have 2 B's, an S, and a T left. Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, Tamina, and Sasha Banks. 2 men, 2 women remain. Excuse me. NXT will get Tamina. The woman goes to the woman heavy brand. We will randomize the last draft order. The third to last draft pick belongs to SmackDown. Second to last pick will belong to NXT. Raw will have Mr. Irrelevant this year. Or Miss. Possible. SmackDown's final pick is... for... whichever letter is closest on this one will get the pick. Spinning in my chair with my eyes closed. It goes down to Bret Hart and Bam Bam Bigelow. SmackDown's final pick is Bret the Hitman Hart. Okay. So if it doesn't land on their letter exactly within 5 randos, we go with whichever one's closest. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out who either Mr. or Miss Irrelevant is. NXT's final pick is Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks goes back to NXT, and that means Bam Bam Bigelow goes to Raw as Mr. Irrelevant. So here is how... oh shit. Raw ends up with 42 participants, SmackDown with 50, NXT with 42 as well. Shit. Okay. Here's how our calendar looks. We'll definitely be editing pay-per-views. I'll probably end up doing that off screen. Monday nights will be home to Raw. Tuesday nights will SmackDown. Wednesday night NXT. After we get some CAWs going, we will open up the Independent Union. And the Cruiserweight Classic is on Fridays. Thought about putting a show in for Saturday, but I got a couple ideas in mind, but I don't really know yet. Stories, all of them are on. Okay. Now it's time to determine championships, guys. Whatever belt is picked is whatever belt will be used. Ladies and gentlemen, Raw's main championship is the WWE Undisputed title, my second personal favorite championship belt. And its current champion will be... obviously, we have to make sure it's a Raw superstar. The Miz is who drew it. Is The Miz a Raw superstar, however? The Miz is not. So he will not be the Undisputed Champion. So now we draw again. I wish it would just separate by who's on this fucking roster. Big Cass. I'm pretty sure Big Cass is on SmackDown, but we'll still check anyways. Big Cass! Big Cass, ladies and gentlemen. It's your Undisputed Champion. Alright, there's the belt. Congratulations, Big Cass. You are the Undisputed Champion. Alright, the singles title will go to... well, actually, which belt will it be? It'll be the WWE Championship from 13 and 14. And its holder will be... Luke Harper. I believe the Wyatt family is on SmackDown. Yep, it is not Luke Harper. Like a main belt. Samoa Joe. I believe he's on the Big Boy brand. Super Big Boy Samoa Joe is the WWE 13 and 14 champion. Where's the fucking belt? Alright, where the fuck is it? There it is. Samoa Joe is the WWE champion? don't know how to call that. The 13-14 champion? Which tag belts will be on Raw? We will not duplicate titles on any brand, by the way. Oh, the fucking penny belts. But they need new champions. The New Day's on SmackDown. Yeah, I need to vacate those belts off of them. Oh shit, I can't. Alright, hold on guys. Yeah, whatever, I'll give it to 5 belts. I'm gonna take the belts off them anyways. Okie dokie, hold on. Shit. Simply because, why can't I take the belts off of you? Why can't I take the belts off of you? Can I edit who's the champion at least? Jesus. Oh my god, fuck off. Alright, I guess I can just do it this way. The Outsiders are the tag team champions. Only 3 teams? Jesus. The Outsiders are your tag team champions of Raw. And then which belt will the women of Raw use? They're gonna use the old women's title. Shit. Summer Rae, I know, is on NXT. I believe Alicia Fox is on Raw. Alexa Bliss. I said Alicia Fox. Alexa Bliss is the women's champion on Raw. So there we go. World champion. The undisputed title is Big Cass. The WWE title from 13 and 14, the singles belt, is held by Samoa Joe. The Outsiders are tag champions. And Alexa Bliss is your women's champion on Raw. Alright. We're going to SmackDown's titles. Every belt is available except for one that's already used on another show. What is the main title on SmackDown going to be? The United States Championship. And I believe... we'll have to determine its champion. Okay. The United States Championship will be the main title on SmackDown. Oh, there we go. Oh, that was easy enough. That works. Oh, I didn't fucking save it. But still, now we can do it this way. Ha! Your top champion in SmackDown, the United States champion, is possibly Kalisto? Could it be Kalisto? He's getting a shot at the big time? It is! Kalisto is your top dog on SmackDown. As he wins the... No, oh shit. As much as I would love to do that, I don't think that's gonna happen. Kalisto is the United States champion on SmackDown. The singles belt belongs on that will be used on SmackDown is the oh god, the old spinner belt. Now the WWE titles are just relegated to mid-card now. Belongs to Baron Corbin. I believe Dun Dun got drafted at NXT. Baron Corbin is oh shit, I didn't even see. Baron Corbin is not on SmackDown. Oh, wait, oh no, I know which belt is being used. The fucking ugly ass spinner belt. SmackDown is going to have possibly Diego? Diego. Wow. Raw is the land of the big boys. SmackDown's SmackDown is granting its opportunities to the little guys. As Diego holds SmackDown's version of the WWE title. And then, of course, which tag belts will be used on SmackDown in the very, very, very deep SmackDown Tag Division. The old Raw titles from the first brand split. And their champions are the Golden Truth. I believe they were SmackDown's first pick. Yep, the Golden Truth. SmackDown's first pick. SmackDown brass showing how much faith they have in the Golden Truth. Award them the tag belts to start off. Alright. This one will be easy. Shit. Okay, fuck it. Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss has already got the women's title on Raw. Which belt goes to SmackDown? Okay, it's not going to be the NXT women's title. We will randomize champions on NXT, but we will not rando belts. The WWE women's title is on there. Okay. Now let's see if we can vacate this one really quickly. Nope. Fuck. Hold on. Hold on. Who are the women on SmackDown? Alicia Fox, Asuka, Bayley, Becky Lynch. Oh, Charlotte's on there. Okay, so we will just... Yeah, we will rando this way, because I can't vacate that title. Fuck you. I already say fuck it and just leave the belt on Charlotte. You know, fuck it. No, I live by the rando, die by the rando. Okay. Whoever's closest, or if there's only one on the screen that's added, she will get the belt. Oh, sweet Jesus, come on. Nope. Charlotte. Charlotte is keeping the title. Alright, NXT, we will rando their champions now. We'll not rando the titles, but we will rando their champions. Alright, maybe if I do it this way, we can actually vacate the titles? Yup. Alright, and then women's title. Okay. So NXT roster. We will now rando their world champion. NXT's world champion is not picked yet. AJ Styles picking up the NXT world title. Okay. AJ Styles is your NXT champion. Which, I'm okay with that. Okay. NXT's tag team champions. Now that vacated that belt, what the hell? Which means that wouldn't stay vacant. It's not like NXT really has a deep tag division anyways, but still. The New Day! I know New Day got drafted at NXT. The New Day are your NXT champions. I'm just checking just to make sure, but yep. The New Day are tag team champions. And then in the fucking stacked NXT women's division, the NXT's women's champion is Emma drafted? Is Emma drafted to NXT? She was, and Emma is your NXT women's champion. Oh crap, my wife's calling me. Hold on guys, pause. Alright. Sorry, quick phone call. So NXT World Champion is AJ Styles. Tag Team Champions are The New Day. Women's Champion is Emma. Alright. I promise after part 1 when we start with Raw, we will have all pay-per-views figured out. But for now, we need to random our rivalries. Delete that. Delete that. A long rivalry for the undisputed title. Big Cass will feud with Kevin Nash. No, because he's a tag champion. I'm gonna have a tag rivalry. All right. Big Cass versus Jack Swagger for the world title. 2-on-2. That's gonna be a long rivalry as well. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall will feud with Dusty Rhodes. Let's try this again. Cactus. I'd rather do another tag team, but fuck it. Cactus Jack and can't do Carmella. Cactus Jack and Rick Rude for some reason have become a tag team. And they're going to challenge Kevin Nash and Scott Hall for the tag team titles. And then which belt will have the third rivalry? It will be the American, or the WWE title. Raw's WWE title. It'll be Samoa Joe versus Scott Dawson. So our rivalries for Raw are Jack Swagger versus Big Cass for the Undisputed title. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall versus the unlikely pairing of Cactus Jack and Rick Rude for the tag team belts. And Samoa Joe versus Scott Dawson for the Raw's WWE title. SmackDown's rivalries, long rivalry, will be United States Champion Kalisto versus his top contender, who is obviously Bray Wyatt. It's actually a pretty good one. Tag team, long rivalry, will be the tag team champions of Golden Truth versus, if it picks one of the members of a tag team, I'm just going to fill them in that way with this. Diego's a champion, so no. I'm not doing any double title storylines yet. Versus the team of Bret Hart. Can't be Brie Bella. So it's going to be... And Bo Dallas. The Golden Truth versus another unlikely... Bret Hart taking Bo Dallas under his wing. You're going to lead him to the World Tag Team titles, they're hoping. And then... Oh shit, I gotta take that belt off of Dean. Shit. All the belts aren't being used anymore on the show. Need to vacate all titles that aren't being used. My game kind of just shit the bed, I think. Well then, I guess if my game's gonna shit the bed this badly, I guess this is the end of the stream, guys. Before, I promise by when we start with Raw next week, I'll have everything all squared away, rivalries, pay-per-views, all that stuff. Alright, so go ahead if you watch this for some reason all the way through. Like, subscribe, be fantastic. If you want to leave a comment to tell me how much I suck, or if for some reason you think I'm doing a great job, hey, feel free to do so. I love all you guys. I'll see you later.